Alright, trying a different camera today. I don't know how this will come out. But I'll pretend like I'm gonna post it anyway. But this one has 3x zoom compared to 2x zoom. It actually goes to 10x, but that's gonna be too tight. So I don't know if 3x is gonna be too tight and hard to keep it in frame, but we'll see what we get. Wind is dead. Nice overcast today. So no sun to blind me. I don't fly this very often anymore since I got my decathlon built. When I first built this, I really was flying it like I really wanted it to be a decathlon. So I had it like overpropped with a 1310 on it. And the motor, it wasn't a fan, and flight times were suffering, so I put back to a 13.8. Got a SunnySky, I think 4240 SK3. I think it's a 640 kV, so it's nothing crazy. But it's a nice, gentle Aerobat. Like, it doesn't do anything inverted because it's straight up flat bottom. It's not a scale flat bottom. It's I think it's just a Clark Y, which is not what real Citabrias use, but it is a dog when it's upside down. It will fly upside down. Let's see what we get. So it's a little bit of pressure to hold it there, but I'm gonna go full stick, and it just stops. Stop. It just will not do it. So that's one of the, I just love flying inverted and doing negative G stuff, which is why I had so many issues with the E-Flight decathlon, which is better than this. I will say it doesn't completely stop like this one does. Why this one stops like that, I honestly don't know. The CG is pretty far back, but it just has nothing to climb. But it's not supposed to, really, because it's a Citabria, not a decathlon. Has a little bit longer wing than a decathlon does. A lot of people forget that. It's kind of in between a decathlon and a champ. It's got a champ wing basically, but with squared off tips instead of a rounded tip. So, these have a longer aspect ratio for the wing compared to a decathlon, which is basically a clipped wing plane. I want to say these are 35 feet in full scale, and decathlon is 32 feet, I want to say is the number I'm looking for. So yeah, so the roll rate is nothing to write home about on this. These ailerons are a little undersized. If I had known that when I was building it, I probably would have made them a little bit bigger. But it does all right. It's not anything to write home about, but it's not bad. One thing that is off with this Nosen Citabria is the vertical tail is a little bit too small, at least on the 40 size. I haven't checked I think the quarter scale falls under the same thing, but he designed the champ first, I'm pretty sure, and the champ has a smaller vertical tail. When they went to the Citabria, they increased the size of the vertical tail a little bit, because obviously if you look at the later champs, they had that big dorsal on the back, but that doesn't look good for an aerobatic plane. But so while the Citabria tail looks like a 7AC tail, but it's a little bit bigger and gives a little more stability. So when he designed the Citabria, he must have not have cared or not have noticed. So the vertical tail is the same size as like a 7AC champ. So it tends to wag its tail a little bit when you come out of rolls. So the decathlon will do that too, but it's not nearly as bad with the correct size vertical tail. But so if you're building one of these, and I definitely suggest you look at some scale drawings and copy make the vertical tail just a little bit bigger. Same shape. How you can tell the difference is the leading edge of the vertical on a champ pretty much ends right at the leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer, but on a Citabria and a Decathlon, it's a little bit forward of that. And so it has the same shape and same angles, but it's a little bit bigger. I'm pretty sure the rudder has more surface area too. And this has a Easy Decathlon, Pilot Easy Decathlon cowl on it instead of a Nosen cowl because it's more scale and needed some modifications to fit, but it makes it look a lot more accurate than the Nosen cowl. And I also had to reprofile the back of the fuselage. The Nosen design, the way it was done, makes it look kind of pudgy in the tail, short and stubby, which looks funky. But so I had to reprofile the entire back of the fuselage, so the taper is different. But yeah, so I did a bunch of stuff to make it be a little more scale, but it still flies like a regular Nosen. Nothing changed between the wing and the tail and all that stuff. But it's yeah, it's one of those planes that doesn't really want to do things, but it does them. It's definitely not very precise. 4-point rolls are kind of out of the question, at least at my skill level anyway. Snaps are all right, but you kind of it doesn't want to break flight with that wing, so it like stops for a second, and then when it does snap, it's pretty violent, and it's hard to stop it from rotating once it's on the backside. So you generally over rotate it. Yeah, it's just hard to. It doesn't want to stop. It doesn't want to come back out level, but it's not bad. I considered selling this for a little hot minute. I don't know. Still undecided on it. It is fun to fly, but it is not a windy day plane. Something about this wing, it just gets tossed around really bad when it's windy out. So today is a perfect day because it's dead calm. I think my timer is about to go. I've been landing the last two flights I did. I landed a little fast because I've been flying lately with pretty heavy winds down here, and so I can do like really short finals and have it come in slow, but it's like I gotta get used to it. Just gotta start slowing down like now. This thing doesn't really stall at all, it just kind of mushes. Nah, still might be coming a little hot here. A little hot. Alright, well that is the Nosen Citabria, and I'll go on to the next one. Take the old Aeromaster out.